Good morning, everyone. This is Ainan Qureshi. I'm back again with a video, with a poem, that's called "On the Water." So this is from, as usual, it's from the textbook, English fifth grade, balbharti. So this poem's name is "On the Water," and the author or the poet describes his journey on the water. What are the beautiful things that he saw? He appreciates nature for as it is and how nature is very beautiful and very amazing. This poem contains a lot of complex words, so I will be describing them as they come. So as you can see, it's a splendid experience on the water. He goes on a boat and all of that. So here he described it. On the water, blue and white, while the sky is smooth and bright, what could give us more delight? So as you can see, it's also rhyme. That is how a poem should be, and that is that is what makes it poem. So on the water, blue and white, as you see the image, the water light blue. So this is one of the most pleasing colors and aesthetic in a sense, very good at pleasing to the eye. While the sky is smooth and bright, what gives give us more delight? Doesn't this picture make you happy, delightful, joyful? This picture makes you a lot. It makes you very happy. Um, you can now the second paragraph. See the ripples how they run, twinkling brightly in the sun. While reflected, we can see shadows of each hill and tree. See the ripples, how they run. Ripples are drops. So when there's rainfall, there are drops. So those are called ripples. So in a pond, when the raindrops fall, they cause a motion in the water. So it's circular motion. So these are called ripples, twinkling brightly in the sun. So the sun has been given an adjective quality. It's twinkling, shining. That is what it's saying. While reflected, we can see. So if the sun is behind an object, it causes a reflection, a shadow, as in. So while reflected, we can see shadows of each hill and tree. So here there's a tree, you see the shadow of it. This is how the image is looking. I tried to bring it as close to as imaginable possible. So this is how the poet is seeing his eyes while he's on a boat. He's seeing all of this stuff while he's going around. As you can see, um, see the lilies round and large, floating near the ready march, where the bulrushes has its place, and the heavy water mace. See the lilies round and large. Now you can see lilies is one of the most thoughtful flowers. It's one of the most beautiful flowers. It gives a good smell also. So you can see this image. It's pinkish and purplish in color. So these are called lilies. See the lilies round large, floating near the reedy march. So, if you can see in the background, that's called reedy. And marge, the meaning of marge is called an edge. Side edge. Edge is the corner of something. That's called an edge. So that's an edge. So the author is saying that these lilies are floating near the reed. As you can see in the image, lilies are flowing in the reed. These are the reeds, and they're floating at the edge of them, where the bulrushes has its place and the heavy water base. So bulrushes are also plants. These are also plants. As you can see, these are called bulrushes. So this is what we call bulrushes. You may or may not have seen them, but these are what we called bulrushes. As you can see, all of these plants have been described over here. And if you can see see the lilies round and large, floating near the reedy marge, and where the bulrushes has its place, and the heavy water maze. So what's it trying to tell us? Bulrushes. So that is how it's pronounced. So now moving on towards the water mace. So mace is an aromatic spice or whatever. It is also a kind of plant. It is a plant. So that is the heavy water mace. It's round in shape, and that is a plant. And all of these are, he's describing all the environment, all the plants that are there, the flowers that are there. Um, then in the next stanza, see the great green dragonfly. As you can see, the dragonfly looks like this. You might have seen them, these insects. And the swallow skimming by. So skimming is moving, and they skim by and move by. That is what skimming means by. See the fishes spring and gleam. So as you can see in this image, these are called flying fishes. Okay. So see the fishes spring and gleam. Spring with joy, jump, and gleam. Gleam means move smoothly. So you can see the motion of them is that they move smoothly. Uh, they splash into the stream. So the word is an old word. They used to use it before. But in this day and age, the meaning of means before. Before they splash into the stream, the fishes spring and gleam. So that is what they are trying to say. Gleam means shine. The spring and the shining because of the great sunlight, as the author described in the previous stanzas. Um, and then in the last stanza, see the bright kingfisher too. So the kingfisher is called it's a bird. As you can see in the image, this is how beautiful the bird looks. So the kingfisher goes there into hunt its prey. It hunts its prey like that. It's a very beautiful picture. This picture actually its backstory is that it took you know it took almost a month for the photographer to click this picture. So this picture looks very amazing. See the bright kingfisher too, dart gleam of greatest blue. As I covered, gleam is shine, and the meaning of dart is sudden movement. So, when you see a kingfisher, it makes a sudden movement. So all you see is it's shining in a blue color feathers and all of its blue color on its body, as you can see. So when it flies past, you can see all of only that. These are all around the boat on the water while we float. So these are all around the board. So he's describing all the kingfishers around his board, all these beautiful flowers and all these shadows, these images, blue sky, blue water is all around him when he's floating in his boat on the water while we float. So a boat is not described, but float means to float on the water. That is what we do. That is what a boat does. It floats on the water. And while if you don't know how to swim, you drown in the water. That is the opposite of float. As you can say, it's an antonym to float, sink. On the water, whiles. So the word whiles mean while. So that is what it means. On the whiles, on the water, whilst you float. So here I wanted to also describe. Um, this is called a pattern in poems. So it's about the rhyming. So, to my understanding, see the lilies round and large. As you can see, large and marge, lace and mace. These all rhyme together. So the scheme is called A. So that's four A's. So that is what the scheme is called. You can see all the four of them are matching. But here, if you see the great green dragonfly and the swallow skimming by, fly and by. These are both rhyming together. So that's A and A. But if you see, if dragonfly and gleam, they don't rhyme at all. So that becomes B. So the sea, the fishes spring and gleam, they splash into the stream. So that's gleam and stream. These are both rhyme. So that's B and B. So if they say how the poem is structured, you'll say this stanza is structured. So you'll say A, B, B. And for the above stanza, you'll say A, as all of them are rhymed together. Here, as you can see, this is A, on the water blue and white, while the sky is smooth and bright, what could give us more delight? So since bright and delight rhyme together, but wide, bright, and delight do not rhyme. So we'll give this A, B, and B. As you can see in this stanza, see the ripples how they run, twinkling brightly in the sun. So you can see run, sun. These are both rhyming words, so we'll give them A and A. By reflected, we can see shadows of each hill and tree. C and tree are rhyming, B and B, but C and tree do not rhyme with run and sun. So that is what we gave run and sun, A, and C and tree, B and B. So that is how we describe the structure of a stanza in a poem. Stanza is like a short paragraph in the poem. So these are stanzas in the poem. So this is stanza one, stanza two, stanzas three, and so on. So this is what it is about. The author is trying to describe beautiful scene. He's on the water in his boat, floating around and seeing all of this beautiful stuff. So the author is trying to, tell us to appreciate the nature that is around, take care of the nature, and don't harm the nature in any way possible. And try your best to take care of the nature. So this is all in this poem. I guess I've covered the whole poem section, and thank you so much, and I hope you understood this poem.